This is Ryan Jones, the host of Raw Mind Sports, keeping you up to date, digging into the minds of your favorite athletes, giving you raw, unfiltered content and sports essence from local to worldwide.
Welcome to this third episode of Raw Mind Sports. I'm your host, Ryan Jones. I got a special guest tonight, Tacoby Cofield, man. Tacoby Cofield is from Tarboro, North Carolina. As you can see, he got his 2 rings right there to kind of come on the show and show the support of the Tarboro Dynasty. Also, guys, follow me on rawmindsports.com. Also, check it out on Facebook, YouTube, wherever you need to check it out at. On this particular episode, we're going to talk to Tacoby Cofield about his success at the high school level, the college level, and at the professional level. And also, guys, we still have our segment called Student Athlete of the Week. Sponsors, feel free to send me a message on rawmindsports.com. Anybody has a suggestion for Student Athlete of the Week, feel free to send a message at rawmindsports.com. With that being said, before we start, we're going to talk about last week, which I told everybody. Last week's episode, you'll be able to view that very shortly. I said, if the Super Bowl depended on Jared Goff to win the Super Bowl, just hand the Patriots the trophy. Just hand them the trophy. I said it last week. And guess what? I feel good, but I feel bad because I was right. And I hate that really happened because Tarboro's own had to go through a distraught time last night in that defeat in the Super Bowl, which I knew Jared Goff was not the answer. But we'll talk more about that later on in this episode. But before I get to Tacoby Cofield and we discuss about his lifestyle and what he does on the professional level, let's hear a word from our sponsor. This show is sponsored by Phillips Printing Company. Go to Phillips for your custom t-shirts, in-loving memory photos, or anything personalized for birthdays, family reunions, whatever event you have. Oh man. Thanks Phillips Printing Company for sponsoring this episode right here. Now, Tacoby Cofield, let's talk about your high school career. Mm-hmm. And where did your love of football started?
Man, it started at such a young age. Actually, growing up around here, football being such a big sport in the Eastern North Carolina, I wanted to play. Unfortunately, these Pee Wee leagues have a weight limit, and being a big guy that I am, I was over the weight limit, so I wasn't able to play but 1 year of Pee Wee football. Right. Still fell in love with the game, have so many friends and family that play the game, and kept pursuing it, and made the team in middle school, fortunately, and again kind of hit a roadblock. Actually broke my finger in middle school, so I only played 1 year 7th grade ball. Went into high school, didn't really play as a freshman, still kind of figuring it out, bigger guy, still trying to figure his body out as he's growing. And then, it was a blessing to walk into football camp the summer of my freshman year, and I think the light bulb kind of clicked after that. And
just like that?
Yeah, I started on varsity from there as at left tackle and moved around guard to center, and next thing you know, I'm playing collegiate ball and in the NFL. So it's a blessing. It's definitely a blessing.
So what did you learn from Tarboro High? Let's talk about before we got to collegiate. You got those 2 big rocks on your hand, man. Tell us who was on those particular teams, man. I'm pretty sure the viewers would like to see who was on that team.
Man, it was I played with some phenomenal guys in high school. big ups to Todd and everything he's done, and Taquan as well. And there's so many guys that I played with that kind of came before those two that a lot of people don't realize. Demarius Harper was arguably one of the best running backs that people have never heard of that come out of Tarboro High. Rushed for a ton of yards. Chris Lane, Markel Padaway. You look along the line, you got guys like Marcus Johnson, Darius Staten, Lakevius Battle. Shoot, man, I could go for days. Miss my teammates a lot.
So let's talk about Duke football. What did you learn from Cutcliffe? What is something that Cutcliffe always told you, or somebody on that coaching staff at Duke?
We had something called a man's rule when I was at Duke. It's be where you're supposed to be, doing what you're supposed to be doing, when you're supposed to be doing it to the best of your ability. And he believed in that rule, and he told us if you follow that rule in life, you'll be successful 9 times out of 10. And it's something that I've incorporated into my own life. You hear stuff like that as a player, and you kind of just want to get rid of it. It's like, right. Just running this kind of down the throat. But, you start to realize it has a lot of positive benefits to it. So I incorporate it into my life, and even some of my coaching sometimes when I'm coaching up kids, I try and, implement that. And shoot, I tell my son, even at 2 years old, he knows, he probably can repeat it at this point too.
Oh, man. Well, I'm pretty sure he's smart. His father's pretty smart.
Appreciate it.
Let's talk about the NFL career, the short time at the moment, and your Canadian football career, and tell me, what is the lifestyle of being a professional athlete, and how busy it is?
The NFL and the CFL are kind of different in different aspects. I would say the NFL is a lot more time consuming just because of the eye and a microscope that you're under all the time. But I really feel like if you want to be successful, you have to commit yourself to the process 100%, and that's in any professional realm. The CFL, though doesn't have as big of a market, before and after practice, film study, the time that you spend on your own a lot of times is just as important, if not more important, than what you're doing outside on the field, when you're in the meeting room with your coaches.
So let's talk about the Canadian League, and what's the difference between the Canadian League? I mean, I'm pretty sure it's a difference, but is it busy as the NFL? Do you have 3-a-day practices? What is it?
The biggest difference is actually the gameplay. So the defensive line is a yard off the ball. The ball is actually a little bigger than American football. The field goal posts are in the front of the end zone.
Good for field goal kickers.
Great for field goal kickers. Kind of annoying for players because it's right there. As well as it's only 3 downs. It's not 4. So first down is really, really, really important. And if you don't really get anything productive, you're looking at a 2nd and long and possibly getting off the field, on 3rd down really, really quickly.
Do you think you guys in the Canadian Football League, y'all score a lot of points high compared to the NFL? Are the rules the same, like the NFL rules? Are they kind of the same, or the hits above more let go at that level?
There's similarities. I feel like the points kind of accumulate. Actually, the field up there is bigger too. We actually play on a soccer field, so the field's bigger. So when you got a lot of speed up there, and that's what the game is about, just trying to use that wider field and those wider hashes. So the scoring does sometimes run up pretty quickly, and just because there's only 3 downs, you're in and off the field a lot. So you get tired pretty quickly, all that running and moving around. So that's when the scoring and it starts to accumulate.
Oh man! So, what's your next steps in your career, and how do you prepare for this season coming up?
Immediate right now, my biggest step in this off season is just trying to get something in place as far as a career plan to go along with football. Just different business ventures that I'm starting to really get into and talk to people about. My own skills company where I'm coaching offensive linemen from ages 11 all the way up to 21. Just trying to cultivate and help offensive linemen in that culture, just because it's a position that's not really given a whole lot of particular time, and people don't really have the expertise to dive into it. It's something, like I said, something that I love and I've always been a part of, and obviously I'm big enough to play it. So I know a thing or two, try and share that wisdom with younger kids, and just trying to get my mind right for this season. It's going to be my contract year, so this is my last year, my 2-year deal. And just going up there and really having a productive, solid, consistent season, showing what I have and trying to come back to the NFL and display my talents down there and play as long as I can while I can.
Man, I know, and you have the ability to do it. And speaking of offensive line, since you play that position, I know you watched the Super Bowl last night, so tell me what you think about the O-line and D-line in the Super Bowl. Give me your thoughts before I get into mine.
A lot of people won't agree with me when I say this, but again, because I play offensive line, I've played him twice in college, and I had the decency of playing him again in the NFL. Aaron Donald is the best NFL football player in that league right now.
Raw Mind Sports moment, the best player in the NFL outside of quarterbacks?
Including quarterbacks.
Oh boy,
Aaron
Raw Mind Sports moment, people.
Is the best player in the NFL. He can completely change a game. If you don't believe me, just watch how offenses have to prepare to run the ball against him. They're using so many different alternative ways of running the ball that you completely schematically change what you do. So your offensive line has to really understand the game plan as well as where he's at and what he's doing, and for everybody to know their job, because he still can beat the block and still cause a lot of havoc in the backfield. But I really feel like Tom Brady understood what they were trying to do as far as trying to neutralize him and get a run game started. And I think they did a good job. I think, I think Aaron made plays where he was supposed to make plays at, and he made a few, but ultimately the time consumption, how time consuming Tom Brady is with that game, I think He ended up taking it over, and you can't give him but so many opportunities to go and win it.
That's what I felt. And I also felt like during that moment with the Patriots being there so many times, and the Rams are very young, but this was my theory, like, people don't understand how good of a coach that Bill Belichick is. He probably doesn't do as much on the offensive end, but he does a lot on the defensive end. When he was playing with the Giants, coaching defense coordinator for the Giants back then with Lawrence Taylor. He also been a defensive-minded coach. Yeah, he coached at the Browns. They didn't have so much success, but I guess the franchise they weren't around for a little bit. But I felt like, again, it's the land of second chances. So he went to another spot. He ended up developing, and sometimes he became a better coach after that.
Right.
So what I was saying is that I was telling people a while back, like, looking at, you gave him 2 weeks. When I look at the Rams offense, I look at it's a lot of kind of trickery, but it's a lot of zone runs by Todd. Zone runs and stretch. Todd's that's like the same. That's where Todd's greatness is at, off the run, the zone, the stretch, because that's where he breaks.
Right.
And that's kind of like something similar to Tarver High runs. Yeah, even though it's a T, but the guys who got looser is in that stretch. No matter what type of formation they have or they set up, it's about the stretch. And I felt like that's what Belichick was going to do anyway. A lot of people say why he didn't get the ball and get a lot of touches. Yeah, he should have got plenty of touches. But at the same time, I think Belichick, their defense, they're not shut down or scary, but they're disciplined. Right. So that means that they were going to play their keys and play their holes. So no matter what formation they was trying to have, I felt like they were going to find a way to clog up that C-hole. Well, off the tackle, that zone, that stretch. They found a way to do that. So then they start playing disguise coverages and stuff, and then that's what happens. Like, you can't get the ball to those guys. Jared Goff is great off the play action. The play action predicates off of Todd, them guys getting the ball. He's not a quarterback who's shotgun, I'm going to take over the game.
He's not going to take over the game by himself.
Right. Yep. And I felt like that was one of the key things that happened, was making him win the game. And I told somebody online, I told my friend, T-State, I hope you watching T-State. I was telling him the other day, I said, he was talking about something, Jared Goff is good, Jared Goff is good. I'm like, whoa. I said, if you depend on Jared Goff to win this football game, you in trouble. I said, might as well hand the ball off give the Vince Lombardi trophy to the Patriots. Because I knew he could not beat them. Yeah. It was more of a speculation of how many times they gave the ball to Todd, which Todd didn't get it a lot. But I still feel like it wasn't going to be won off of it. It was going to be won in the trenches where you play it, the offensive line, the defensive line. Absolutely. Who wanted it more? And that's what happened.
Absolutely.
But we're going to take a few calls and see what you got any questions for Tacoby Cofield and how he feels about the game of football. I know somebody called right in, but I was talking, so I apologize. Maybe you can hit us again. Oh, we got a call, I think. Hello. Raw Mind Sports.
Hey, what's going on, man?
What's up, man? How are you?
I'm alright to see.
Hey, it's nice to see you. I know we got a blessing here on Weird Television. We get to see who everybody call. We get to see your name and everything. You're a superstar now. You on TV. Let's talk. Talk to him. We got Jacoby here. What you got to tell him?
Hey, man. Hey, you know I had to call you back, man. And then you know I said something about Jericho, but last night I called you and I had to apologize to you.
You did.
Hey, TC show on that ring one time, baby.
Hey man, if they don't know, man, they gonna find out one day, man. It's the dynasty, man. It's the original Rude Boys, man. The dynasty right there.
I hope some of them older guys listening. Hands down, 09 was the best team ever to come through Tarver High.
Hey man, it's only one. It's only one, and you know, ain't nobody else put that work in like we did. It's only one.
None at all. You go ask Crawdad what ring he always wearing. He always wearing our ring.
He does.
Crawdad know we were the best, man. He ain't gonna admit it because you know how Crawdad is. But he know we were the best, man.
Like I said, we get a young guy. I like the young guys' confidence, but they didn't want to walk out on that field with us, man.
Nah, we was too stacked in every position.
Every spot.
Every position. Even kickoff, they won't get a yard.
Oh no.
If Ricardo didn't put it out the back of the end zone anyway.
There you go.
Yeah.
What you
keep doing your thing though, bro, man. You know supervisors behind you, bro.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it, man.
Already, man. Well, shoot. Let me go and get my son right now. Y'all boys hold it down.
All right, man.
All right.
Yeah, he did. I forgot people. Yeah, he called me last night and apologized. I think we got another caller. Hold on. Raw Mind Sports.
Yeah, fine. How you doing?
How you doing, young man?
All right, Jacoby, how you doing, bro?
I'm good. How are you?
I would like to see you one day, man, back in the league, man. I went all the way to Virginia, man, to see you practice, man, just for you.
Oh, hey, I appreciate it.
I want to see you back in the league, man.
Absolutely. I'm trying to get back there.
Yeah, man. Hopefully one day, man, you'll get back there, man, with, like you say, hard work pays off. And the more you work hard, the more it pays off for you. And I always tell your boy Lou, Rayon, I always tell him that the same thing, man. So one day I hope to see you back in the league, brother.
Absolutely. I appreciate all the support always.
So while I got you online, how do you feel about the Super Bowl? What you think?
And another player that y'all didn't mention a while ago, Tarver High finest, your boy Sean Drone. Now you can't leave him out now.
I apologize, man. Apologize. You know I didn't mean to do that. Don't hurt me. No pun intended.
I got one more player back in the days, D. Frank. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Come that way, baby.
Definitely.
So I'm gonna give you your opinion. He was talking about they had the best team ever at Tarver High. So who would have won? All of them in that prime. You give your opinion.
The best team at Tarver High, man. Come on, man. The best team that won the state championship, man. The class of 1985, baby.
85? Oh, you said 85. You took it back on the board. He a young boy. You took it back.
But no, I can't take nothing away from the Rude Boys. I can't take nothing away from the Rude Boys. The Rude Boys went in people's backyard and they meant business.
You know it, man. You know it.
Well, no problem.
The Rude Boys were terrible.
No problem. Well, I'll get with you soon, man. I appreciate you. Got a few more calls.
All right, I talk with y'all boy later.
All right. Oh, man. That's legendary. You know, he said 85, man. We got another call. Oh, we hot tonight. Fellas. Raw Mind Sports. Raw Mind Sports.
Is this Raw Mind?
Yes, it is.
Hey, what's going on? This question. What's up, Jacoby? How you doing, first of all?
What's good? How you doing, man?
Hey, man, my quick question is, who are some of the linemen that you study off in the NFL? Like, can you give me your top 3 offensive linemen that you study your game out there?
Absolutely, man. Number 1 is Trent Williams. That's a guy that I look up to. I really think a lot of. He took me up under his wing and taught me so much when I was in Washington. He's probably the number 1 guy I watched the most of. I would say my number 2 is Probably a tie between Tyron Smith and Joe Thomas. I still go back and pull Joe Thomas tape, one of the greatest technicians to ever play the game. And Tyron arguably might go down as one of the best to ever play, offensive tackle. And I would say 3 is a guy that is a good friend of mine, Rodney Hudson, that plays center out in Oakland. He's rated as one of arguably the best interior football player, might be the best center of the last 10 years. Playing in the NFL, he's graded out of the better efficiency rating, pass blocking, than pretty much every center across the league for like the last 5 to 6 years. Those are guys that I really, really, really sit. If I'm gonna sit and watch tape, I'll watch those guys all day because they do a great job of going out there and putting a good product out there on the field every single game.
I was hoping you were going to say Jason Peters. He one of the top offensive tackles in the league.
Yeah, I mean, JP do his thing. No discredit to JP, man. He do his thing, but
he was a tight end at Arkansas. He one of the top offensive tackles in the game. I thought he was in your top 3, but respect.
Hey, man, like I said, when Trent took me under his wing, it's hard. That's why Tyron gets that number 2 spot. I can't look at nobody else in the NFC East before I look at my dog Trent, man.
Tyron Smith, boo the Cowboys stuff, man. So
I hear you.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you, man. Got some more calls, man.
All right. Yeah, have a good night.
You too.
All right.
Oh, boy, we hot tonight, man. Oh, we got another one. Here we come. Raw Mind Sports.
What's going on, cuz?
How you doing?
Hey, listen, man. I called, man, to tell you the ring look nice on your hand, man. You ain't know who this is, do you?
I don't. Who is this?
Hey, you should know about who gave the hell that linebacker.
Big Mike G, what up, baby? What up, baby? Hey, there go another name. There go another name you asked me about. There go another one. Hey, that might have. Hey, that's top 3 linebacker that came out of Tarver High right there, man. Another one, man. What's good, man? How you doing?
Man. He a tough man.
I know I had to tune in, man. Show some love, cuz, man. Say what's up to my boy, man. That's my classmate, man. The beautiful ring on his hand.
Already, man. Hey, only one way we got there, dog. We needed everybody.
Hey, listen. Hey, Ron, you seen a lot of football. You older than us. You got to go ahead and be real and let them know we done our thing, man. Them boys ain't messing with us, man.
Oh, absolutely. I agree. You guys are very consistent at getting to the title game, winning state championships. No doubt about that. No doubt. But you know how they always say, you got to respect your elders.
Yeah, but what my boy say, men lie, women lie, but numbers don't, man.
They don't.
Hey, facts, man. Speak it.
I had to call him, man, show some love to cuz, man, my classmate, man.
Already, brother, already. You already know, man.
No problem, man. You take care, man.
All right, y'all be good, man.
All right, bro, you too.
Oh, boy. We got another call. Raw Mind Sports.
Hey there, how you doing today?
I'm well.
This is Trent. How you doing?
Good. How you doing,
Doing
man?
good.
Good. Jacoby, just want to tell you, I'm calling from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, one of your Rider Nation fans.
Hey, go.
Oh,
hey,
man, we got a fan out of
Go
Canada.
green, baby.
Hey, Rider Nation, Rider Pride worldwide.
Always, everywhere, man. Best team, best fans in the CFL, best fans in football, man.
Oh, man.
That's
That was going to be my question. My question to you was going to be, out of all the places you've played, how high does the fans in Saskatchewan rank to where you've played before?
Man, I'd only put y'all second to my hometown, and it's hard. it's hard when the whole town shuts down for a high school, man. But I would definitely put y'all right there beside them. Just the pride that the city takes in the team, and how devoted y'all are as fans, and each and every season y'all are right there showing up and cheering us on, and I'm gonna try and bring y'all the Grey Cup to Regina this year.
Yeah, hopefully we're going to add another ring to your finger at the end of this season here for you guys.
Yes, sir. That's the plan. That's the plan. Go get this Grey Cup this season.
Yeah, I'm up in Saskatoon, so I'm there at every home game. I drive 2.5 hours one way just to come watch you guys play. I've been a season ticket holder for 5 years and pretty excited with this team coming up. So
Definitely. We'll be back up there in May for training camp at the university.
Exactly. I can't wait to see you guys up here in training camp.
Yes, sir. Look forward to seeing you.
All right, thanks.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Oh man, this was interesting here tonight, man. I'm kind of loving the environment here. You know, you got the guy calling out Canadian, man.
Yeah, man,
We're moving up here on Raw Mind Sports and Weird TV.
they love us.
We're moving up. We're moving up.
It's a blessing up there, man. They love us, and it's good football up there. It's a good culture, and it's a great team. It's different. It's different, but they show the love. They always show the love, man. I love it up there.
I can see it now. I can see you now, man. So what's the ritual? They have like y'all do something different? Like,
not really different. We got what's called a Banjo Bowl up there. We play the Banjo Bowl on Labor Day weekend. So we play Winnipeg, who is arguably our biggest rival. We play in Winnipeg, and then the following weekend we turn right around and they play us in Regina, in Saskatchewan. So that's usually a big game, but. Yeah, man, like I said, it's different. They got, you see the watermelons everywhere up there. That's like a whole little thing. They got a whole thing that goes along with that. It's a little different, but I love it, man. I love it. They love their football in Saskatchewan, and I can't complain.
Well, man, I appreciate you coming on the show tonight, man.
Appreciate you having me, man.
Can't wait to see what else you do in the community. Your future successes, you know, hopefully you bring that Canadian Cup to the Raiders.
We gonna try and get us a great cup this year. We gonna grab one. We got close last year. We gotta go get that thing, man.
Oh man. But that being said, guys, it's an honor to have Tacoby Cofield, hometown, Tarboro, North Carolina, played at Duke, and also still pursuing his career in professional football. And I'm just very excited that he actually took the time out to come on to Raw Mind Sports. Very grateful for that. But guys, we're about to close out the show. Remember, rawmindsports.com. Remember, sponsors. People, give me your opinions on who you think the student athlete of the week should be. Go to the website, leave your suggestions, and I'll be more than happy to geek with you on that, male or female. But anyway, guys, you have a great Monday night, and get ready for number 4 episode next week. You guys, take care.